All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Balaji, and welcome to the talk show. And this is going to be one among the best talk shows which I've attended. I say that because we have been meeting every Saturday, and this is a beautiful community here. All the speakers who have come in here have really appreciated it. And I'm very much sure that towards the end of the day, I'm going to hear the same from you as well,
Right.
Balaji.
Yeah.
All right. So, a quick introduction to him as well as to the talk show. Welcome everyone to the talk show. It's an initiative, Confidence Communique Talk Show. It's an initiative by Noxus Training, founded by me, a platform committed to helping professionals become confident communicators and influential leaders. We meet every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. online via Zoom and live on LinkedIn. If the show is being live telecasted on LinkedIn right now, you can definitely check it. Our episode brings in a new speaker, a powerful topic, and a live interactive learning experience, quiz or coaching. Those who have been attending my talk shows from the past few talk shows would have been understanding that yes, we do go for live coaching as well. Be prepared right now, Mr. Balaji, that we will have live coaching beyond 10:40 or 45.
Yes.
So
Okay.
now coming to a short introduction regarding him, our speaker today is someone who brings in both energy, depth, and transformation to every room he enters. Balaji K is an experiential learning expert, NLP practitioner, and founder of Eminent Training Solutions. With more than 1,000 corporate programs and 12 plus years of industry experience, he has transformed over 80,000 participants with his unique blend of leadership coaching, behavioral mastery, and action based training. His sessions are known for being dynamic, relatable, and deeply impactful, helping professionals build confidence, clarity, and influence. Everyone, please type welcome in the chat screen to welcome Mr. Balaji. Please type
Thank you.
welcome in the chat screen to welcome Mr. Balaji. Let me see some welcomes coming in the chat screen, please. Let me see some welcomes coming in. Okay, Arul Prakash is the first one. Hello, Arul Prakash. Nice to see you
Hi.
here as well
Hi,
after a
Arul.
long time. Kaliasi also says welcome. Cool. All right. So let's start right now, Mr. Balaji. Really looking forward for an insightful session from you.
Sure,
So now
definitely.
coming to the first and foremost a question which I want to ask. So people often assume that making decisions we make it logically. However, research shows otherwise. There's a very big mix. In fact, even last time during one of our talk shows, we had a discussion wherein it was stated that it is not just about stating the facts, but the way that you are stating the facts is also which is equally important. So now I would like to ask this question to you that how do we tell the story such that they influence the decisions more than the facts?
Great. That's a great question to start with. And before I answer it, thank you so much for the wonderful, energetic introduction about me. Great. Fine. So let's get back to the question now. So, question. So, facts. All right. So, how does the decision making happens beyond these facts? Now, let me start with a small example, or like assume like a story. Now, let's say we are going for a trekking. So you're going somewhere deep into the forest. Yeah. And before that, you have some information, some facts saying that, okay, so this will be 7 kilometers of distance. You will be taking 3 hours travel, and there will be like plus or minus some kind of informations, right? So these informations are incredibly useful, right? But will I be able to take decision with this? Now there is a small shift. Now, for example, if someone says only this, so it will take 3 hours of journey, okay, and it will be like this, all only the coordinates, numbers, facts, right? And the decision might be slight plus or minus. Now, if someone adds, like so for example, someone says when you walk, you will feel the fresh air, right? You'll be able to saw some hidden, you will be able to see some hidden waterfalls. Okay, so when you walk at the top of the mountain, you will get a delicious fruit which you will not get in the market. Now, when I say fruit, when I say walking, now when it comes to neuroscience and all the brain parts, so many things people say. I'm not getting into it. Like for example, limbic system, motor cortex, okay, sensories. So different things are there. Let's take it very simple. One is head, another one is heart. All right. Now, for example, head is something which has all the logics, right? Now, with the logics, I might be little thinking or getting into
Not
whether I
interest.
should take or not, this will be there. But when this heart kind of things mixes up, now, for example, as I said, you'll get a fresh air, you'll get fruit. When I say eating about a delicious fruit, automatically your sensory cortex starts. Right. When I say you will be running or you'll be walking, you'll be climbing, when I say this, automatically my motor cortex starts. So now what's happening here is only with the head, the decision would be something different. What story does here is it helps you, your head as well as your heart, to agree on something. Right. So only when head is agreeing, I may not take some quick decision. When my heart also supports, what happens?
The
The
decision
action
is
is
quicker.
immediate. The
Yes.
decision is quicker. The action is quicker. So that's where more than facts, when this emotion, see, I'm not talking about taking emotional decisions. That's different. I'm talking about informed decisions.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there is a difference. Now, what is that? When we tell a story, we are not avoiding all these logics. Logics we are adding because these are incredibly useful. But what story is giving is it's helping you to be more incredibly powerful. So with the story, your head, heart both agrees, and finally you'll be in a position to take a decision quicker. Let
Wow.
me tell you an example also for this quickly.
Hmm.
Now, for example, this happened in one of the company. Now, once someone said there will be, like, when we were doing sessions, training, suddenly there is an emergency alarm. Now, a couple of participants started saying, sir, that's a drill, sir. No problem. We'll continue the session. Okay. Now, what happened is someone would have told, like, for example, if there is an fire alarm, you need to use an emergency exit. Now, this is the
Hmm.
facts. Now, when you add as a story, it creates more impact. Now, what is the story? Right. It's very simple. Now, someone says, once there was a drill, okay, but people thought it was a drill and they were just continuing their process. But one fine day, it happened really. There was fire was really happened in a cafeteria. Some people said it's a smoke just coming from the cafeteria. Few people started debating, saying that, oh, no, it will be a drill kind of thing. Yeah. So that kind of, so they wasted the time. Eventually, it had a greatest drawback where 4 to 5 people had severe fire injuries. Now, when I say this as a story, what happens? Even though if next time there is a drill, people will put into an action. So
Right.
more than facts, when your heart also joins, it brings you a better action. That's where facts are really necessary. At the same time, when you add this emotion part, that makes the
Decisions
beauty.
are quicker.
The story will make you connect with the emotions. Story is the real experience. Story will take through an experience. So we can think about the past, we can think about the future. So the story will make you generate this kind of experience in you. So that's where more than facts, the emotions, right? And again, I'm repeating, like, we are not talking about taking emotional decisions. We are
Right. It's
talking
about
about
an
informed
informed decision.
decisions. Great.
Perfect. Thank you so much for this beautiful story as well, Mr. Balaji, apart from just
Thank
the
you.
explanation. All the participants here, please type in the chat screen informed decision. Head plus heart equals to an informed decision. Let me hear that. Let me hear that from all of you. Put it up in the chat screen. Head plus heart equals to an informed decision. Head plus heart equals to informed decision. Thank you so much, Mr. Aru Prakash. Yes, informed decision. It is not just about taking an emotional decision, but an informed decision. I love the story wherein you stated that one alarm was ringing, but sorry, the fire alarm was
Fire,
ringing, but
drill, fire.
participants, yes, yes. So in that aspect, let me ask you this. Yes, of course, in many organizations, they say that this is the fact, this is the entry, this is the exit, etc. Like that, they state that. However, if we want to take an informed decision, just like how you stated right now, that if we connect a story to it, people will be able to relate to it, people will be able to resonate to it, and then they will be taking an action. However, let's face it, in the organizational aspect, it becomes a little bit difficult. Right now, it would be wonderful if we hear from you, Mr. Balaji. How can we make this a simple, practical structure that people can use to tell stories that influence decisions without being dramatic or creative? Yes, we know the
Hmm.
fact, but is there a structure beyond which in which we can revolve such that it becomes a story?
Yes. So let me take a couple of seconds because I'm not prepared, but still, I will use, maybe I'll just think of what the way I generally use during my sessions or even with my kid, how I used to tell it. Let me put like this. One is we always start with a situation, right? And second is all about the struggle, I would say. And third one we'll put like this as a shift. Okay, I got it. All right. So let's take this as a 4S. Right. So I just got a 4S now. One is
We got three
situation.
S, right?
I got 4S now.
Situation, struggle, shift. Fourth
Now
one
I'll
is
tell
not.
you the fourth one now.
Okay, okay, fine,
Right.
fine.
So
All
the
right.
first one is situation, struggle,
It's in the chat.
shift, and the statement. Situation,
Struggle,
struggle, shift,
shift,
and
statement.
the statement. Now, what is the situation is all about? Situation is what is happening. So currently, what is happening? Right. Struggle is what changed, what challenge they got, what kind of obstacle was there, right? And shift is what kind of insights or an action they took or he or she took to overcome that. And finally, statement is a learning. So what did I learn from that? Now, there are a number of structures, I would say, but if the story is in this format, I feel personally that this will have a more better connection. So, for example, let's take an example like this. Assume there is a sales team. Okay, they are just telling like we have really gone down in last quadrant, or someone says we have really done a great job in the last quadrant. Now, this is a fact. Now, when you put in the structure, now, for example, assume there is a fantastic show, like people were doing a really great job. So situation here is, yes, we are really doing a great sales this particular quadrant. Now, we were doing it. Now, suddenly there is a drop. Okay. Now, when there's a drop, the struggle here is why there is a drop? Because the competitor has dropped the price. Since the competitor has dropped the price, we are little struggling where the market is little, our sales is going little down for this particular quadrant. Now, what is the shift? The shift here is we have changed something in our speed of delivery. So initially it was 3 days. Now we are doing in something 2 days. Now, what is the statement here is the learning. Learning here means it's not only focusing on the cost, not only on the price. There are some other elements which can be brought in where still we can win our competitors. Now, I'm just telling you as a step by step, but when you use this as like an entire story, now it connects more. Okay, so again, it becomes the appropriate way of doing. So this structure will really make people to, yes, instead of telling you're dropping now, when you put this as short story, people will get more connected towards it. So simple structure, one is the 4S model. So we can take as a situation, struggle. See, actually the brain likes this opposite version, contrast wala, right? So normal, sudden shift, sudden struggle. So normal struggle. So this is really powerful where people will start thinking and connecting towards it. So situation, struggle. What is the shift? Shift is the entire particular change. What kind of things we have really modified. And finally, statement is a what kind of learnings we got from it. What is our understanding about the situation? All right. So that 4S model can be powerful. I feel maybe because I use that in a lot of training programs. So from my point of view, I feel this 4S would be the right structure to share an effective story.
Okay, good. Yes,
Yeah.
it is right. It is powerful. For us, will definitely be something which we can take it forward from here. So, all of us, in fact, in this team right now, if you see the 15 of us who are there,
Hmm.
many of us are going to be from the corporate setup. So, we would not have any college or student setup, and we have people from various organizations who are joining in. So, definitely, this is going to be an insight. It is not just the L&D, we have people from the various designation as well. Okay, now coming back to the question which you stated, right? So the explanation which you stated right now. You did inform that if you're telling some stories regarding it, if you're telling that the trail structure is like this, etc., like that. Quite often what happens is just like how we want to tell stories. Of course, we want to tell stories, but people feel a little bit vulnerable regarding it. So, am I
Mm.
telling something which should not be told? Am I telling something regarding my
Disclosing.
personal life? How
Uh-huh.
will people become a little bit judgmental
True,
on
true,
this?
true.
Will
Uh-huh.
people even become judgmental on this? So, all these sharing personal stories or professional stories, they may feel either vulnerable or unprofessional. How can we strike a perfect balance between them, but still relatable and respectful and professional?
Mm, okay. Right. So
Yes,
feeling
yes,
vulnerable, or
I'm
sometimes
extracting
people
all the information out from
overloading.
you, Mr. Balaji.
Okay. Sometimes overloading. Okay. See, the first intention here is to understand why am I telling this story? Okay. So what is the reason? Why is that I'm sharing this story? Second, what as a listener or as a receiver, what is that he or she is going to get out of it? Maybe what kind of learnings or what kind of insights they are going to get. These are the two things. And I would say to make the story, sometimes it can be vulnerable, but still, if the story is true, it's okay. Right. So, what we need to fix here is there are two things: being as a victim, another one is as a hero. Now, I'll tell you what is the difference between this. To make the story effective, always share a hero story, not a victim story. Now, what is this victim is all about? Victim is all about talking about what went wrong, what went wrong, what went wrong. Now, for example, maybe 2 years back, it's not my way story. I'm just cooking up some stories. All right. So 2 years back, I had maybe some personal issues. Okay. So there was a divorce. Someone's telling like I was about to get a divorce, and I was just feeling totally irritated. And when I came to the office, I was crying entire day. That was really making me worried. I went, I started boozing, I did this. Now what happened? I'm talking all the negative things. I'm talking all the victims thing.
Yes.
Now, what is this hero thing is? How did you resilient back? So what? How did you bounce back from some critical situations? So when there was a challenging situation, what kind of resilience you brought in? So that's the hero story. Now, for example, I had a couple of challenges maybe the last 2 years. What I did is I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, okay, which helped me to get out of it. And finally, today I'm standing in front of you as so and so in designation. So now this is an hero story, right? So when someone is sharing a hero story, that to a true story, automatically, even though it's a vulnerable, still it is connecting. Now, someone is continuously talking on the victim stories. Yeah, wow, that happened, this happened, this is how oh no, this is totally, this world is like this. All this thing they're talking, the receiver will think, why am I hearing this? Now, we need to be very clear, like whether I'm telling the story for
Um, is only his screen? Are the participants able to see me?
their, sorry?
Okay, can you please repeat your last
Yeah,
statement?
see,
Your
it's all
screen.
about, see, it's easily to understand. Am I telling a story for someone to grow? Or am I telling a story to just release my stress? That's the question. Now, if you're telling a story for someone, it is helpful or something is some insight is getting, then automatically, even it is vulnerable, that's fine.
Good. Victim
I
and hero
hope I
story.
answered,
Oh,
right?
no, it's not just about right, Mr. Balaji, but it's also about, question inside question inside question. I keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm like, how this point, how I need some more clarification in this. And I am going to ask you one clarification in this. All the other participants, please type victim story and hero story in the chat screen if you are with us and you're loving this discussion. Please type in the chat screen victim story and hero story. Victim story and hero story. Victim, hero. There you go. As simple as that. Let me see in the chat screen, please. I'm getting very less interaction today. We all are very much busy on the Saturday morning, is it? I'm getting very less chat screens today. What happened to everyone? Situation, struggle, shift. Okay, perfect. Victim and hero story. I got one finally. Today, everybody's so silent, but we are going to make them speak towards the end. All right, now
Hmm.
coming to the same question which you said right now, it's about classifying ourselves as the victim or the hero. Yes, and we tell the hero story. Also, we saw that sometimes we have to tell the hero story. In fact, we as trainers often do it. I think you can definitely
The
resonate
most of
with
the
me in
times
this.
it's all about hero story. Some kind of past information can be taken, but
If it is
not
true.
completely talking on that. So how did I
Hmm.
bounce back? So if you talk that hero story, that connects. That's where
It
people will
connects.
feel something is helping. Why should I listen
Hmm.
your problems? I should listen. How did you overcome that? Already I'm having thousands of
Yes,
problems, right?
exactly. Getting the motivational, getting the
Yes.
aspect from it as to how you overcome it. That is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for to hear some stories from you, to hear some um, pain from you. I already have enough drama in my life. I do not want drama from you as well. That's correct. Now, coming to the same aspect, Mr. Balaji, I have a question here. So whenever you want to convince someone, just like how you gave an example right now, telling the stories, telling the victim story or the hero story, sometimes we make up those stories as well, right? In fact, we as trainers often do it. In fact, I have also done it in my previous talk shows. Today also I would have done. I'm not too sure how many of us would have noticed it, but storytelling is a part of our profession always. How can we tell such story to our client, stakeholder, boss, even family member without making it sound manipulative?
Manipulation.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now this is
We
an
sometimes, even if
ethical
it's
part
not.
of the storytelling, I would say. Right. So manipulation. Okay. See, generally, why we tell story is to influence people, not to manipulate. Okay. But if it is manipulative, now we need to understand how to tell a story without manipulating. Simple. So I'll take a two keywords here. One is manipulating, another one is influencing. Great. So what is manipulating here is very simple. I'm telling a story to someone, okay, to do something where the benefit is for me. So I'm telling a story to someone to do something which is going to ultimately benefit me. Okay, as the storyteller, it's going to benefit me, then I am manipulating. Now, what is influencing here is telling a story to help them find the truth, as well as help them to take better decisions, help them to for their benefit. Sometimes it can be a shared benefit, that's fine. But if a story is shared only for my benefit, I'm manipulating. If the story is shared to influence, maybe the story, as I said, like for influencing, it has to make something for their benefit. So any story is helping them to grow, helping them to find their own benefits, then I'm not manipulating. So any story is true, it is really helping them to grow, then I'm influencing, I'm doing the right stories. Any story I'm telling where the benefit is ultimately coming to me, I'm not sharing the big picture. I'm just sharing the small one. I'm telling you the story, but ultimately I'm going to get some benefits out of it. Then probably I'm doing a manipulation. So story is used to influence people, right? If we are using to manipulate, then it's a different one. But personally, from my point of view, story is to make others think, stories for others'
Influence.
benefits,
That's good. That's
more
a
to
nice point.
influence people.
That's a nice point. In fact, if you're telling a
Right.
story to influence, that's what we do. When we are influencing, that is, we are motivating them. So yes, it is a story. But if you're telling a story to convince them to do something which they are not interested in, that is
Uh,
different.
to add, like it's like this. For example, you tell a story where
Hmm.
ultimately you hold the decision, then you're
Hmm.
manipulating. We'll take like this.
Correct. That is
All
even
right.
better.
We are
Perfect.
telling the story and you're giving the decision to the receiver,
Hmm.
then probably you're influencing. Let's
You are
take it
influencing.
like this.
Not
Okay.
probably. It is right. Yes, we are influencing.
Now I'm
Perfect. Very
just
good. Very well
putting
explained.
it in
I
the right
really
way.
love this
Yeah.
thought. Love this explanation.
Mhm.
All the people in the chat screen, please type in the chat screen influence. Please type in the influence in the chat screen if you're still with us.
So any
Please type
story which
influence in.
gives which decision we are holding, that's manipulating. If we are
Hmm.
giving the decision to the receiver, then
It is
we
influencing.
are influencing, not probably, as you said.
Perfect.
Right.
Wonderful. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Thank
this
you.
beautiful insights, Mr. Balaji. It's wonderful. Now, coming to the last, yes, we still have 4 more minutes to go on.
Yeah,
Okay,
great.
so coming to the end, how is your experience? Before I even go to the last question, how's your experience going so far till now?
All good. I'm feeling great.
Feeling
So
great.
it's helped me to think something, some points,
I can see
maybe when
that
I'm
you are
just
like
collecting.
whenever I'm asking you any question, you take a pause for a few seconds. Okay, how do I give a response for this? Such a good question.
The
In fact, even
duration
in
is
the
also
last talk
slot, right?
show, yeah, in the last talk show, in fact, I had this from one of the speaker who said that My God, you have literally sat and thought through the entire questions. All my years of experience you have extracted in this one talk show of half an hour.
That's
You're
good.
doing that. So,
No, that's the beauty, right? So we
so
think,
true, so
we
true.
generate ideas, we share from our
We
experience.
generate ideas,
That's
exactly.
right.
So now
That's the
next topic,
purpose.
I'm expecting something on storytelling from you, Mr. Bhatt. Next training topic.
Sure, sure, definitely, definitely.
You can do that. This will be
Yeah,
the
yeah,
starting point for you.
definitely.
Okay. So now coming to the last part, which I want to ask before we step into the live coaching. I'm very much sure that you are going to enjoy the live coaching scenario. But coming to that, before that, the last question. So some people they tell wonderful stories, but they are ending very flat. So they
Mm,
start very beautifully, even the somewhere in the middle also they're cracking jokes and making all of us really enjoy it. But towards the end, the impact is lost. What do you suggest from your experience, from your learning, what's your opinion, what's a suggestion to close a story such that it
mm.
stays in the listener's mind and encourages them to take an action on it?
Closing, the conclusion, right?
Conclusion of it.
Yes, it's similar to this. Like, for example, you have drafted the entire mail sitting, maybe gone days we used to type, right? Now maybe artificial intelligence, all those things are there. So drafting a mail, it will take, maybe if you're sending to a client, will take 15 to 20 minutes to check whether there is no error, all this thing. But without sending us a send button, nothing is going to happen, right? So even though you have drafted that, so in the same way, even the story has been shared. If the conclusion is not powerful, then the entire purpose is gone,
Lost.
right? So to conclude the story, I would really connect with the post training what we generally do. Now let's take this way. So conclusion. So what is that you learned out of this particular story? Okay. And we can talk on the application part. Where is that you're going to apply this particular scenario? So you have learned something. So where is that you're going to apply this? Sometimes what happens in a story, you will be telling the story, but final catch, maybe we can take as a taglines. Okay. So some kind of catchy tagline will really add value. Okay. So as said, like conclusion, application, and tagline. We can keep like this. Okay, cat, cat. Okay, right. So conclusion, application, and tagline. Tagline is a short set of words or a sentence statement which will help them to register. Right. So conclusion, what happened in this entire story? Application, where is that you're going to implement? So where you are going to use this learning, and what where you're going to take decisions, or where you're going to implement in your leadership point of view. So where there's you're going to do it, and to make them remember for a longer term, we will use some short tagline, some codes or something which can really connect. So I would say cat is a very important thing, and it's all about where they are going to apply it. Right. So yes, you got the story, you understood the thing, but what is it I'm going to do? So that end, if you're telling, if someone is telling I'm going to implement this or that here or there, then that's the way the story has to be concluded.
Wonderful. That's nice. That's a beautiful tag as well. So, all the other participants, please type impact. Please type impact in the chat screen. And we are ending with this, going quickly to the live scenarios then. Please type impact in the chat box. Please type impact in the chat box. Thank you so much, Mr. Satish Dev Kumar. What about the others? Thank you so much, Miss Preeti. Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. So now we're going to the next session, that is the live coaching session. Ready, everybody? Please type ready in the chat box. Please type ready in the chat box. So you can take a quick break here, Mr. Balaji. So all the
Yes,
learnings
I'm
which
here.
we had right now, ready. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kalyasi. Okay, everybody's getting very all hyped up for this. So let me give you an introduction regarding what we are going to do right now, Mr. Balaji. We are
Mm,
going to have a live coaching session in which I'm going to give them live on this topic, some on the topic which we spoke right now, that is the storytelling techniques. So I'm going to give them some topics, some scenarios based on the discussion which we had right now. Okay, and it's going to be MCQs. They are going to select what is the correct answer. The session would be done by me, but please feel free to pitch in if you have any inputs to be added in that. Okay. So all set, Mr. Balaji, you as well?
yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right. So here's the first question coming across to all of you. Your team is resisting a new process because they feel it is unnecessary. You need to get them on board. So, with storytelling technique, 1 minute, let me type in the chat screen. Yeah. So, which storytelling technique will influence them the fastest? Here are the four options. Share a success story of another team who used the process. Explain all the technical benefits in detail. Tell them the leadership has mandated it. And last, show a long presentation with data. So, what
Giving
is
very
the
easy
correct
answer,
answer?
is it?
A, B, C, or D? Okay, A. All right. So,
Yeah.
Balaji, do not tell them the answer. Okay. Ajandika also says A, yes, perfect. Exactly. So it's not just about telling the data, what is the story that you're connecting behind it is equally important. Thank you so much. The correct answer is going to be A here. Now, the next question, it is about convincing the client to start your idea. You're presenting a new idea to a client who appears skeptical and guarded. Which storytelling technique will help reduce resistance? So here are the answers. A always comes in that same line. Sorry. Yeah. So here are the answers. Which storytelling technique will help reduce resistance? It's in the chat box. Those who are getting confused, the question is in the chat box. Start with a personal failure story. Share a client case study similar to that situation. Explain your idea with industry jargon. Dive straight into pricing. What should you be doing to convince the client? So what should be the correct answer here? A, B, B. Okay, Ajantika says A, Satish says B, Kalayarsi says B, Preeti also says B. Okay, I'm getting some responses. Do I wait for some more to state? The correct answer here is going to be B. Why it will not be A is because it starts with a personal failure story. That is good. But what about the ending part? How is it ending? There's no explanation to that particular option. It is ending in half. Thus, I would say A is not the right one here. B is the correct one here. You share a client case study similar to their situation. If A would have been continued saying that you start with a personal failure story, face some come out as a hero, just like how we saw like that a hero story, Vikram story. If that would have happened, then yes, A would have been the right answer. Am I right there, Mr. Balaji?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much. You explained me also very well. Okay. Now coming to the next question. So here is about handling a conflict at the workplace. So the question is that a colleague insists their plan is better than yours. The conversation is very tense. You want to bring calmness and collaboration. Which story will be influencing the best in the scenario? So the answer is in the chat box. Sorry, the question is in the chat box. Which story is the best? A story about a time when you handled conflict successfully. A story about how following your plan will make you look good. A story that shows shared goals and a win win outcome, a story unrelated to the work. Definitely D is not going to be an option. So A, B, or C, which one is going to be the option? Okay, C, a story that shows shared goals. Okay, Ajantika also says C. Okay, Satish also says C. Thank you so much. Everyone is saying C. Kalayar C. Good. All right. Uh, a story about a time when you handle conflict successfully. This is going to be very much in line with probably a story which is unrelated to. You're just telling your uh, beauty of that. That yes, I can do that very well. So you're just telling that. But yes, C is the correct answer, which all of us have agreed on, a story that shows shared goals and a win win outcome. Option number B is very much in line with what we had stated. Influencing. If you're influencing a person to take your decision, it is not an influence. But if you are influencing a person and making them take the decision, leaving the authority to them, that is called influence. So thank you so much for that point, Mr. Balaji. And that is the
Yeah.
one which has laid a difference between point number B and C. Thanks a ton for that. And yes, all the responses which I have got from the participants are the right one. Now coming to the fourth question. So it's about motivating a low energy team. Your project team looks exhausted and unmotivated. Deadlines are near. You want to boost the morale quickly. So, which storytelling method will work the best? Copying is taking me time. I'm so sorry. Just give me a second. Yes. So, now putting up into the chat screen. Which storytelling method will work best? You share a story of your toughest project and you share a story of your toughest project and how the team will succeed. complain about the workload, narrate a dramatic, unrelated story, talk only about rules and expectations. So, which one is going to work the best? A. Perfect. Thank you so much, Kalayarsi. What about the others? Ajantika also says A. What about the others? Satish also says A. Preeti also says A. Thank you so much. Waiting for others' response. I'm getting only 4 or 5 responses. Balaji. Okay, all right. Okay, so that was a quick distraction for all of us for a second. Okay, now coming to the last question, making a difficult feedback conversation. By the way, yes, the correct answer is A in this one. You all are point right. Now, coming to the last question, making a difficult conversation, feedback conversation easier. You need to give tough feedback to a team member who is sensitive and easily defensive. Easily defensive. So, which storytelling technique reduces the tension? I'm sure that all these questions are going to be very much informative to you because we all are coming from corporate scenarios. So, these questions are going to be very much in line with you all. And we also have a big number of HR people here in the team. So, which storytelling technique reduces the tension? Share a short story of your mistake. Hey, I didn't finish the options. I'm getting the answers already. Give feedback bluntly without any story. Use a story that exaggerates their mistakes or avoid the meeting completely. Ajantika also says A. Okay, good. What about the others? What about the others? Satish also says A. Preeti also says A. Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. Yes, share a short story of a mistake, but we have to emerge as the hero in that victim hero. Sharing just a story is going to be probably only a mistake, but yes, looking at the oh yeah, sorry, I missed the second line. It says you made and how you improved. The victim, the hero part here. Sorry, I missed the second line of that chat box mistake. Please don't put it on to me. Okay, so share a story, short story of a mistake you made and how you improved. That is very good. Hero victim story, perfectly right, Mr. Ajantika. Sorry, Miss Ajantika, and that is what we are speaking right now. Thank you so much, everyone. How was the coaching session? How was the case study, the scenario session? Please type a thumbs up in the chat screen if you all really loved it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Satish. So now, Mr. Balaji, we will go for a small session, a Q&A session. Other
Yes.
participants, if you have any question related to the coaching scenario and related to the discussion which me and Balaji have, the chat screen is open to you all. Otherwise, please feel free to raise your hands and we will unmute you so that you can raise your question to him right now. I'll wait for a few seconds,
Anything
please.
related to storytelling?
Yes, questions related to storytelling. Very valuable insights. Thanks a lot. Preeti says valuable insights. I think I missed one comment from one person. Yes, Ajantika also says insightful. What about the others? Any questions? Please raise your hands if you have any clarification anywhere.
So there can be 2 days of session on storytelling, actually.
Oh, you already made it in your mind now?
No, we've been doing it. So a couple of clients we
Oh,
do
wow,
art
wonderful.
of storytelling.
Yes, yes.
So from where we bring stories and what kind
But
of
this
stories
question,
has to be
yes,
shown.
but this session has been very insightful for me as well because
Thank you.
I'm looking at storytelling on various angles. Yes, of course, I have been reading articles, etc., on that, how to prepare a training program also on that. But now coming to it from another trainer also is giving me an insightful look at it.
Mm.
Okay, so I
There are
believe
so
we
many
do not have.
formats, so many frameworks, so many formats, different things are there. Okay, we
Wonderful.
can
So we
get
have
it.
to then we have to limit it to probably half a day. So not half a day, half an hour right now. Okay, so we are not getting much questions. We'll probably quickly move on to the next part. So 1 minute, sorry. Okay, so we are going for a wrap up, but for a wrap up to all the other participants, towards the end, we usually take a quick pick with all of us together. May I request you all to please turn on a video? I'm so sorry, I usually give a heads up, but today I missed to give a heads up. I keep giving the heads up from the beginning till the end, at least 3 or 4 times. Okay, those who have been joining regularly were already aware that yes, they will be having to turn on the video. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Satish Dave, for turning on the video. What about the others? Can I please request you all to turn on the video so that we can take a small quick, that we can take a small click? Anybody else who would be able to do that? I'm just telling at the initial phase itself. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Arul Prakash. Oh, nice meeting you after a long time. How are you? Okay, anybody else who can turn on the video? We have only 4. Anybody else who can do that? I'll wait for probably a second. Okay, so I'm not getting anybody else to turn on the video. I'll probably take a quick pic with all 4 of us. Okay, wait,
Yeah.
wait. Yes, you can go for any pose, whichever you would be comfortable with. Yes, thumbs up, V, whichever.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take. Okay, on the count of 3, I'll take a pic and I'll put it up into the chat screen as well. Feel free to download it from that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. Again. Thank you so much, everyone. So the pic is in the chat screen. I've put it up over here. Please feel free to download that. And the next thing, if anybody would be open with sharing the LinkedIn connections, also is going to be very much beneficial, so that we all can stay connected. If anybody would be okay with that, Mr. Balaji, if you could send, it is going to be very much beneficial.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
The LinkedIn, if you could please post your LinkedIn link on the chat.
One second.
Yes. To all the other participants, if you would like to chat your send your LinkedIn link also, it is going to be very much beneficial, so that when we post this um, onto the LinkedIn, we can also tag you in this. Okay. So, Mr. Balaji, waiting for you to send the LinkedIn link. Beyond that, then we'll be wrapping the session.
One.
Yeah, sure, we'll wait. No issues.
Hope the link works.
Yes, good. So thank you so much. I'll just give a quick insight now, conclusion right now. A big thank you to Mr. Balaji for today's insightful and deeply practical session. Your structured and powerful storytelling techniques, methods will really help us influence decisions more meaningfully. Please follow Confidence Communique on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Links are in the chat screen. At the top of the chat screen, you would be able to see that. So we have one thanks from Ms. Ajantika as well. Thank you so much for that. Please join our WhatsApp community, everyone. In WhatsApp community, you have the option announcement. Please join the announcement section, so your number will remain private as well. I'll share the links again if in case you have not received it. And now an important announcement. We are excited to share that we are launching another version of Confidence Communique Talk Show exclusively for the HR professionals from Jan 2026. It will be called Confidence Communique HR Series for the Young Leaders. We request you to kindly share the registration link with your HR connections across the organizations. This series will focus on key HR topics discussed with the same depth, practicality, and confidence building approach that Confidence Communique is known for. So, this one is going to run on every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Apart from that, on every weekend, one more date which I will be fixing is going to be exclusively only for the HR series. Okay. So all set for this program, which is going to start right now. It is going to start in the month of Jan. And now coming to this, and next week's session, which we are holding, it is going to be aligned with this new HR focused direction. That is, and we'll be excited if you are going to experience it. The session will be conducted by Mr. N.K. Sundaram on the topic HR Audit Insights. Let me post in the chat screen. It's going to be about HR Audit Insights. This is the poster for it. It's getting downloaded. I've posted in the chat screen. And the topic is going to be HR Audit Insights, Critical Communication Errors Every Organization Must Fix. This is going to be the topic. Let me see if I would be able to get the meeting link for it. Let me see if I would be able to get the meeting link. If yes, then please do register for it, because we have quite a good number of people who are from the HR folk in this. Yes, I have got the meeting link. Give me just a second, please. Sorry for the short delay. So I've posted the meeting link, the registration link in the chat screen. So the HR folks who are here in the participants list right now, please feel free to register for the event. And as I informed you, from January 2026, we are starting the Confidence Communique for the HR series. Okay. So, all the participants, thank you so much for taking out time from your schedule, coming on a Saturday morning for the talk show. Your dedication is equally very much appreciated, apart from just ours, that is me, the talk show host, and Balaji, the speaker who is coming in for the session. But the talk show wouldn't be able to be held if we do not have any participants. So, it's
True.
wonderful that we have the participants here as well, apart from going live. So on live also we have a few viewer count. Apart from that, we also have participants here in the Zoom count, and that is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for taking. By the way, I also wanted to let you know this, Mr. Balaji. People are actually texting me and telling me tomorrow I will not be able to join the session. It's so beautiful, they are doing it. So that shows that level of commitment as well, their level of discipline as that well. That yes, I want to
True.
attend the shock show, but unfortunately I have a meeting. But they are
Mm,
taking
mm,
this
mm.
also as a part of their curriculum. It's beautiful indeed.
Great.
Thank you so much to all the other participants. My heartfelt gratitude to you, apart from Mr. Balaji, for taking out time from his schedule and coming for the session. So
Thank you.
meet you
Thank you so
all
much
on
for
the next
inviting.
meet you all on the next Saturday, same timing, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It will be Mr. N.K. Sundaram, and this would be on the topic of HR audit insights. Please circulate it to your HR folks. It is going to be very much useful for them as well. Okay. Bye bye everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Anything?
See you. Take care.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank
Take
you.
care.
All take care. Have a
Take
great
care,
weekend.
everyone. Bye
Yeah.
bye. Nice connecting with all of you.